What's up, guys? I am Karma Kame of Karma Kame Productions, founder of BeatsForArtists.com. In today's video, we are going to go over how to master a beat. This is just a quick beat I did for Halloween. It's just a track that represents like that feeling of, you're trying to get home, something happened and you're trying to get home, but we're just going to throw some mastering on it. I have a couple of plugins that I always use for my mastering, and so you're going to need a Waves bundle in order to do this, or you can do it with any plugin that has the same features. So first of all, I usually use a Protools 670, so I'm going to activate that. I have these other two on there because I use these two temporarily when I didn't have the Waves, but I just purchased the Waves plugins on my new computer. So I had them on my old computer, but they were not compatible with my new M1, so I went ahead and purchased the new ones, and these are a couple of alternatives for that. But usually I've always used my Protools 670, it's usually on linked, turn it on lat-vert, so that way both channels are linked. They do the it will turn them to the sides. This one is not working now, but when you put it, they're linked now, but when you put it on lat-vert, they both go together. And so now all I do from here is they're usually set to 0, and so on lat-vert you're getting your left channel. We have that anyway, but you just turn that left channel up. So let's hear the difference. This is how it sounds normally. And then once you start to turn it up, let's listen to that. So we're turning the left channel up so you hear more from the left side of the speaker, and then we're going to turn up more so you can hear the right side of the speaker. Okay, so that sounds better now. Then everything being centered, now we have a wider spectrum of sound coming from ear to ear from both sides. I usually turn this up anywhere between 3.5, or I guess that would be 4, and 9. 9 will really be pushing the limits for me, so usually I leave it around 6, and that's just my go-to settings when I'm mastering. I also use this for full tracks with vocals as well. This plugin is really great, so I would suggest reading the manual for that. But if you just want some quick settings that sound good, turn it up to around 6 on both sides, give or take, and let's hear how it sounds. And make sure you put it on lat-vert. So we can hear the difference without it, now with it. Okay, and then gotta have my L2 on there, so go to dynamics, put in your L2. I usually turn the ceiling to -1 or -2, so it won't go above that point. We'll cut off there, and you have a little bit of head space above that out ceiling. And then we're going to turn the threshold down, which turns our volume up. to turn this, you're going to bring the threshold down to a point where it sounds good, but it doesn't sound all squishy and over compressed. So you want a nice clear sound while you bring the threshold down, and you also want it to get the loudness up. So what you can do is get a track that you feel like is a good reference track. Bring that track up like a commercially released track. It's already been released, and so everything is already set on that track. Reference that track to the loudness and the compression quality of your track, so you can get a good idea of where you should have your level. And once you get used to it, you can just go by ear. So let's hear it again. Okay, so if I bring it way down to 13.3, it does sound pretty compressed, but I think it sounds good. There's just a couple of the effects that are really pushing the meter here, so also watch out for that. If there are any sounds in particular that could be pushing your maximizer here. So for me, it's that wind sound and the low sound, the low sounding bass. So I may go back in and change those settings, bring the volume down a little bit, and may do some EQing. But this is just to get you going. On the L2, I usually leave it at 24 bits because I bounce at 24 bits. Dither, I'll usually leave it at 1, but you can just check and see what it sounds like. But I like the settings that are already here. I usually just bring this down to 1 or 2, depending on how the track sounds, and then I'll move this. So that is pretty easy, and that's it. You want to check your meter on your master track, make sure it's not clipping. So let's double check and make sure that's not doing any clipping. Yep, that sounds pretty good. That wind track sounds pretty loud, pushing the maximizer pretty hard. So let's find that and see if we can lower that and if it makes a difference. Okay, so see how loud that is. Let's bring it down. Okay, so that sounds pretty good to me. We're going to leave it at that. If you have any comments or questions, let me know down below. If you have the answers, feel free to chime in. My name is Karma Kame with beatsforartists.com. Check me out. Hit me up on Instagram. Follow me on all platforms. Instagram handle is at Karma_Kame_. Facebook at Karma Kame Productions. And on Twitter at I am Karma Kame. Also, I have a Beats Stars website.
Yeah.
And you can check that out. Karma Kame Productions on there. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can see when new videos like this post and other people can find them as well. Thanks again for watching. See y'all later.
Peace.